Compliments. They may seem simple, but they hold incredible power in shaping emotions and building connections between people. For a woman, a sincere compliment isn't just a fleeting moment of joy. It can make her feel appreciated, confident, and truly special. However, not all compliments have the desired effect. A well-placed compliment can make her heart flutter, while a clumsy one might miss the mark entirely. So how do you ensure that your words don't just sound good, but genuinely touch her heart? Let's explore the true power of compliments and how to turn them into a subtle yet irresistible tool of attraction. 1. There's something about you that makes everything feel effortless. The afternoon sun cast long shadows as Emily rushed home from a grueling day at work. Her mind was a whirlwind of deadlines, difficult clients, and the general stress of adulting. As she hurriedly unlocked her apartment door, her phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Hey, it's Alex. I'm a few floors down if you have a minute." Alex was an old friend from college, someone she hadn't seen in years. Curious and slightly surprised, Emily headed downstairs. Alex stood leaning against the wall, a warm smile on his face. "It's been too long," he said, pulling her into a hug. They decided to grab coffee at the small cafe across the street, catching up on each other's lives. Emily found herself drawn to his easygoing nature. He listened intently as she vented about her job, offering kind words and a fresh perspective. As they walked back to her building, Alex paused, looking at her with those familiar, gentle eyes. "There's something about you, Emily," he said softly. "Everything feels effortless when I'm around you." Those words struck a chord within Emily. She'd been so caught up in the chaos of her life that she'd forgotten how to simply enjoy the moment. With Alex, it felt like she could breathe again. Over the next few weeks, they spent more time together. He'd show up with her favorite takeout after a long day, or suggest spontaneous stargazing sessions on a rooftop. Emily found herself falling for him, not just for his charm, but for the way he made her feel about herself. He saw a light within her that she had long forgotten. His simple statement, "There's something about you that makes everything feel effortless," had become a constant reminder of her own worth. Backhand index pointing right, this creates a sense of mystery and makes her feel like she has a natural, magnetic charm. 2. The way you think is incredibly attractive. Sarah was a quiet observer, her mind always churning with thoughts and ideas. She often felt like an outsider, her unique perspectives rarely understood. One evening, at a local art gallery, she found herself in a deep conversation with Liam, a charming and thoughtful man. They discussed everything from the symbolism in abstract art to the complexities of modern philosophy. Sarah was captivated by Liam's genuine interest in her thoughts, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. As she shared her unconventional views, a sense of ease settled over her. "You know," Liam said, his voice soft, "the way you think is incredibly attractive." Sarah's breath caught in her throat. She had never been complimented on her mind before. It was always her smile or her eyes, but Liam saw something deeper, something she had always kept hidden. Over the next few weeks, they spent hours together, exploring art exhibits, debating books, and simply talking. Liam's appreciation for her intellect was a breath of fresh air, a validation she had never experienced. One rainy afternoon, as they sat in a cozy cafe, Sarah realized she was falling in love. It wasn't just his charm or his wit, but the way he made her feel truly seen. He valued her mind, her ideas, her unique way of looking at the world. "The way you think is incredibly attractive," he had said, and that simple phrase had unlocked a part of her she never knew existed. 3. I love how you light up when you talk about things you're passionate about. In a dimly lit corner of a jazz club, where the air was thick with the scent of old wood and the melancholic notes of a saxophone, sat Clara. She was a curator of forgotten things, a collector of whispered histories and the echoes of lost melodies. Her eyes, usually veiled in a quiet introspection, sparked with an almost celestial fire whenever she spoke of her passions. Across from her sat Julian, a man who found beauty in the subtle nuances of life, in the delicate dance of light and shadow, in the unspoken language of the soul. He watched, captivated as Clara's voice, usually a soft murmur, gained a vibrant resonance, her words painting vivid landscapes of forgotten eras and the souls that inhabited them. "It's like watching a constellation ignite," he murmured, his voice a low, reverent tone. "I love how you light up when you talk about things you're passionate about." Clara's light, usually a flickering candle in the wind, blossomed into a radiant glow. It was not just the words she spoke, but the very essence of her being that transformed, as if she were channeling the very spirit of her passions. Their evenings became a ritual of shared passions, where Julian would lose himself in the constellations of Clara's mind, in the vibrant galaxies she created with her words. He saw not just the curator of forgotten things, but the living embodiment of those forgotten stories, a vessel of light in a world often shrouded in shadows. Their love was not a fiery blaze, but a slow, incandescent burn, fueled by the shared light of their passions, a silent understanding that transcended words, a connection forged in the radiant glow of a soul set alight. 4. Spending time with you is my favorite part of the day. In the heart of a bustling city, amidst the ceaseless hum of urban life, lived Elias, a man whose days were a whirlwind of meetings, deadlines, and the constant demands of a high-powered career. Yet, amidst this chaos, there was one constant, one beacon of tranquility: Amelia. Amelia was a quiet, gentle soul, a breath of fresh air in Elias's hectic world. Her presence was a sanctuary, a place where he could shed the weight of his responsibilities and simply be himself. Whether they were sharing a quiet dinner, strolling through a park bathed in the soft glow of twilight, or simply sitting in comfortable silence, Elias found a solace he had never known. "You know," he said one evening, as they sat on a park bench, watching the city lights twinkle in the distance, "spending time with you is my favorite part of the day." Amelia's heart fluttered at his words. She knew that Elias was a man of few words, a man who valued sincerity above all else. His simple declaration was a testament to the depth of his feelings, a quiet promise of unwavering affection. Their time together was a refuge, a space where they could escape the noise of the world and find solace in each other's company. They built a love that was rooted in quiet moments, in shared silences, and in the simple joy of being together. "Spending time with you is my favorite part of the day," he had said, and that simple phrase became the cornerstone of their love, a quiet promise that they would always find time for each other, no matter how busy life became. 5. You make me want to be a better man. Ethan was a man who lived by his own rules. He was successful, charismatic, and used to getting what he wanted. He navigated the world with a certain swagger, a confidence that bordered on arrogance. Relationships were fleeting, commitments were avoided, and emotional vulnerability was a foreign concept. Then he met Clara. She was different. Her kindness was a quiet strength, her empathy a gentle force that drew people in. She saw the good in others, even when they couldn't see it themselves. She challenged his cynicism with her unwavering belief in humanity, and her honesty was a refreshing contrast to the shallow interactions he was used to. At first, Ethan was intrigued, then captivated, and finally, undeniably changed. Clara's presence was a mirror, reflecting back to him the parts of himself he had long ignored. He saw the potential for kindness, for connection, for a life lived with more depth and meaning. One evening, as they sat overlooking the city lights, Ethan found himself saying words he never thought he'd utter. "You make me want to be a better man," he confessed, his voice rough with sincerity. Clara's eyes softened, and a gentle smile touched her lips. She didn't respond with flowery words or grand gestures. She simply reached for his hand, her touch grounding and real. Their relationship wasn't a fairy tale. It was a journey of growth, of confronting past demons, and building a future based on honesty and vulnerability. Ethan stumbled. He made mistakes, but Clara's unwavering belief in him kept him on the path. He learned that being a better man wasn't about changing who he was, but about embracing the best parts of himself and leaving the rest behind. 6. You have this rare ability to make people feel comfortable and valued. Julian was a paradox. A man of few words, yet his presence filled any room. He was a successful architect, his designs as sleek and minimalist as his own demeanor. He moved through the world with a quiet confidence, a lone wolf in a pack of wolves. He rarely engaged in small talk, preferring to observe, to listen. Yet when he did speak, people hung on his every word. He had a way of making them feel seen, heard, valued, without any grand gestures or empty compliments. One evening, at a high-profile art gala, he found himself drawn to a woman named Anya. She was a curator, her passion for art as vibrant as her personality. She was surrounded by people, yet seemed somehow separate, her energy both captivating and calming. Julian approached her, not with a witty line or a boastful anecdote, but with a simple question about a lesser-known artist. Anya's eyes lit up, and she launched into an animated discussion, her enthusiasm contagious. As the night wore on, Julian found himself drawn to Anya's genuine warmth, her ability to connect with people on a deeper level. He watched as she moved through the crowd, making each person feel like they were the most important person in the room. Later, as they stood on a balcony overlooking the city lights, Anya turned to him, a soft smile playing on her lips. "You know," she said, her voice barely a whisper, "you have this rare ability to make people feel comfortable and valued. It's quite remarkable." Julian's gaze held hers, a flicker of something akin to vulnerability in his eyes. He had never considered himself a people person, yet Anya's words resonated with him, a quiet acknowledgement of a trait he had never consciously cultivated. Their connection deepened, not through grand pronouncements or dramatic displays, but through shared silences and meaningful conversations. Julian found himself drawn to Anya's ability to create a sense of belonging, a sense of worth, in everyone she encountered. It was a quality he admired, a quality he found himself wanting to emulate. 7. I don't think you realize just how incredible you are. Alara was a quiet observer, her sketchbook her constant companion. She saw the world in shades and textures that others missed, capturing moments of beauty in the mundane. Yet, she kept her art hidden, convinced that it was nothing special, just a hobby. Liam was a musician, his soul as vibrant as the melodies he created. He saw the world in rhythm and harmony, finding beauty in the unspoken language of emotions. He was drawn to Alara's quiet intensity, her ability to see the world with such depth. One day, he stumbled upon her sketchbook, hidden beneath a pile of books. He was mesmerized by the raw emotion captured in her drawings, the subtle nuances of light and shadow, the way she could convey a story with a single stroke of her pencil. He convinced her to share her art, to let others see the world through her eyes. At first, Alara was hesitant, her insecurities whispering doubts in her ear. But Liam's unwavering belief in her talent gave her the courage to take a leap of faith. At a small, impromptu exhibition, Alara's art was met with awe and admiration. People were drawn to the raw emotion, the vulnerability, the sheer talent that radiated from her pieces. Alara, watching the reactions, was stunned. She had never seen her art through their eyes, never realized the impact it could have. "I don't think you realize just how incredible you are," Liam said, his voice soft but firm, his eyes filled with admiration. Alara's eyes welled up with tears, not of sadness, but of realization. She finally saw herself through Liam's eyes, through the eyes of the people who were moved by her art. She realized that her talent was not something to be hidden, but something to be shared, a gift to the world. Their connection deepened, not just through their shared love of art, but through the understanding that true beauty lies in vulnerability, in sharing the depths of one's soul. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support me and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any upcoming content. I truly appreciate every like, comment, and bit of support from you. See you in the next video.